The Dark Mark is a symbol of representation for Lord Voldemort and his Death Eaters. In the wizarding world, the mere sight of the Dark Mark would inflict fear upon all who cast their eyes at the mark in the sky, or the magically embedded tattoo on the arm of a Death Eater. But why did the Dark Lord create the mark in the first place? And what about the reason of creativity behind the design? Voldemort truly believed he was a unique and special individual. I believe he always felt different, but his ego was fueled by the fact that he was the heir of Slytherin, the successor to one of the greatest wizards of the age. Voldemort, in his own mind, was a king, and all kings have some sort of pictorial representation of their reign. Voldemort was no different, except his reign would be eternal. The spell of Mors Morde would conjure the symbol in the sky. It was cast as a result of any triumph or success in the name of Lord Voldemort, so this is pretty self-explanatory. It's the tattoo-like mark embedded on the left forearm that brings with it a valid reason for Death Eaters to bear the symbol. Voldemort didn't require devotion, he expected it. He would have wanted to make sure his servants were branded with his mark when carrying out tasks in his name, and due to the notoriety of the mark's reputation when cast into the sky, the sight of the same mark on a person would be the perfect tool of intimidation while spreading the word that the Dark Lord will rule all. The Dark Mark embedded on the Death Eater's arm was also a binding contract of loyalty that allowed Voldemort to summon his Death Eaters at any point and any time he wished. Should anyone defy his summoning, it will most likely cost them their life. I personally believe that that's the reason behind the burning sensation. It's a tolerant level of temporary pain they experience in order to prompt them to come to him, compared to the level of pain or further consequences they'll experience if they don't. Now that we've looked at the reason behind why I believe he created it in the first place, let's look at the possible reasons behind the mark's design. Voldemort is a dark wizard who likes to use intimidation to his advantage, so the symbol obviously had to be dark in nature. Now, there's three main parts to the Dark Mark: the skull, the snake, and the colour. So, the skull is a clear representation of death. Even today, if we see a skull on any sign, we immediately associate it with danger. Pirates adapted the skull on their flag as a symbol of intimidation, fear, and death, so it's not really a surprise that Voldemort chose a skull. And when it comes to the snake, I would immediately associate that decision with the fact that he was a Parselmouth, and also the fact that he was the heir of Slytherin. In addition to this, snake venom is used in many dark rituals. Voldemort requires Nagini's venom as part of a potion he required to keep his rudimentary body intact. It could be argued that the animation of the snake moving through the mouth of the skull is a reference to how the basilisk entered the Chamber of Secrets. And finally, the colour. The colour of the mark being green, I believe, is associated with the colours of Slytherin, and also the fact that green is the colour of the Killing Curse, another representation of death. And that is all for today. Thank you very much everyone for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and as I always say, if you did enjoy it, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the video out so much, and it also helps out the channel to grow, so I really do appreciate all the likes that you give my videos. Secondly, please continue to leave your video suggestions in the comment section below. Please, when you're leaving suggestions, leave me something that I can really delve into, that requires a lot of thought and a lot of dedication, and that I can get a good decent video out of. And keep the comments coming on what you think of the videos as well. And finally, if you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing to my channel, Harry Potter Folklore, for more Harry Potter content. Thank you very much again for watching everyone, and don't forget, have a great day.